Graphk and Stu show, baby. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Stuart Schweiger show. I am here with my brother and co-host Stu. What's going on, bro?
Hey man, so I'm wearing this is we all got went to one of those like souvenir shops there.
Yeah.
My daughter picked out. We went down to Orange Beach, Alabama, and I remember I didn't go to the store with them, and they came back and they showed it to me. I'm like, what size? That looks way too big. Is that extra large? I'm like, you should have got a large. I put it on. I'm like, nah, we're good.
Yo, salute to everybody, man. Whether you guys are watching on Stu's channel, we found a way to simulcast now. Yeah. So there you have it. You're watching on my channel. It doesn't matter, you guys. Just make sure you hit them thumbs up, wipe them feet, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. And salute to everybody on Twitter already watching as well. We got 500 people already.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes, salute to everyone. So we were only about 1 or 2 minutes late. I see a few people saying,
sorry.
I'm gonna be real. I was a fly on the wall listening to a very, very dope conversation. So let everybody know what was going on. Why we took a few minutes to get late.
Well, here, let me just start off with saying this. I first of all, I hope everyone's having a good spring season. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because when we were gonna do a show when you were here, I'm kind of just in the off camera talking.
Yeah.
Kind of did a show, but we haven't done a show in a while, and I want to say I really enjoyed your show with Wasted and Hondo.
Oh, appreciate it, bro.
I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Hondo's enthusiasm. Obviously, he's a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
And, the town, he told me that he's from a small little town there about a little bit north of Lansing from where I lived in Hemlock, which is the outskirts of Saginaw. Is only about 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And, he's a Big Ten guy, you know what I mean? So for him, he reminded me of some of the beat writers I had when we were with the Raiders. He says he's not a fan, but he can't say he's a fan, but he wants those guys to do well. He wants to write great things about the players. He doesn't want to write junk on those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. And there's a reason why he's tight with a lot of these guys, because the respect is there. And, he doesn't do any crazy dismantling articles that try to pick apart people. He's actually a good dude, man. So, yeah, salute to Hondo.
He's been in it a long time. And it was cool to see him kind of show some personality with you guys. You know what I mean? He's getting comfortable, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet him.
Well, I'm going to set up the next. He'll be on the show right before the draft. I'm going to bring you on, man. We'll have some fun. I want to hear you guys talk about Michigan, because I know you guys got those ties.
Yeah, because he said Perdon. I heard.
Yeah. I couldn't wait. I didn't know.
I loved it, though, how you said, we went and saw him beat Michigan State. Well, just so you know, Purdue in the first round of the Big Ten tournament beat Michigan State.
Yeah. I took a dig at him on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got to witness them win the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? So, but salute to Hondo. Real quick, man, I want to shout.
Sorry, I do want to, but my whole point in saying that is I think sometimes we do get sometimes where we get a little funny with things, and I want people to realize that I take the game very seriously, and we joke around, have fun, but I want this thing where people realize that the stuff that I'm saying and we're talking about is what's happening. Because if you think about some of the stuff I've been saying for the last year, Hondo was right right there with a lot of it. I've never talked to Hondo. I've never seen Hondo. He's never spoken to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I want people to realize that, and I was even telling my wife on the ride home, 13-hour drive. I was telling her how, like, sometimes, again, the intelligence of a person is by the questions they ask and not the answers they give. Yeah. And I'm always asking questions. And how many times have we had people, who is this dude you have on? He doesn't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want people to realize, and I know the fans know, but I want this to be a legit, like, I want to be a little more serious with things and let people know that I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Oh, well, come on, bro. I mean, you're professional.
I'm not saying people don't think I do, but I think sometimes,
because we have fun and we shoot the shit, you know what I mean? But hey, we're human, but that's what makes the podcast dope, is us being able to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
I want to give the people what they want, and there's a lot of information that we've been trying to get out, and Joe is going to get it. I want to answer questions.
Yeah.
I want people's opinions. We're going to give people homework, right? We talked about giving people homework.
Yes.
Again, there's a lot to go through because, again, guys haven't done their pro days yet, and that's a huge part of things, right? So,
and that's why I want to talk to you right now about that conversation. But before we do that real quick, let's pay some bills, man. I want to holler at real quick the best chatting in YouTube history, man. Salute to all of our people, man. We got to make sure we get that out of the way first because we love and respect every single one of you guys. Appreciate you. We're already almost 900 deep in the building. You already know, man. Make sure now that we're doing this right now, where we found a way, the simulcast Stu, because we finally got Stu's password. We got everything situated. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on Stu's channel, man, because we're going to start doing all of our shows together as simulcast shows. So
I want this to be where people go to get Raider information. That's not the major stream markets, right? Yeah. The people are like, I want the real content, and not saying ESPN or these
content
don't have real content. They do their job, but they have to do every freaking team. You know what I'm saying? So they can only do so. There's only enough hours in the day where we literally focus on the Raiders. I focus on Purdue a little bit, but I mean, I want to realize that this is a legitimate resource for Raiders information and a place for people not only to learn about the Raiders, but to learn about football, right? The more you know about the sport, the funner is funner a word, the better it becomes, right? So, that's the thing is I want people to, and again, I want to make it very clear. It's okay if we don't agree on stuff.
Definitely.
Seriously. Like, do we want everyone agreeing on the same thing?
It makes it that much more funner when we don't agree on it.
Absolutely. Getting a different point, because there's a lot of times where I might think something and someone disagrees, and if they have a valid point, I might go, that makes sense. I never thought about it that way. And that's how you learn, and that's what I want people to realize. And we get fired up sometimes, and I get worked up, and
it's funny if they see this behind the scenes. We get more worked up actually behind the scenes than we do actually on live. So it's actually hilarious, man. But still,
I want to say too, it was cool to have you. Come in, meet the family.
I had a ball, bro. Like, to be honest, it's so funny, man. Now that we're at that age where we say we want to go out and party and hang out, bro. It was so good to just sit back and not do anything.
Because we had a lot of opportunities, right? People were like, we got back to the house and
like, no.
Bowl, dude.
Hey, let's get to the conversation real quick. Salute to Mal. Appreciate you as always. Gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to you, sis. Thank you so much. Real quick. So I said we were a few minutes late, you guys, because Stu was on an important call. We're sitting here relaxing, talking, and he's on the phone and he's telling me, he hits the mute button. He says, "Yo, I'm on the phone with Chuck Pagano right now." And I'm seeing Stu taking notes. For those who don't know who Chuck Pagano, he's a legend. I mean, he's been around the game forever. You know what I mean? Former Colts head coach. He's been around the football.
He's been at North Carolina, Butch Davis, the defensive, the Bears defensive coordinator, the head coach of the Colts, was Baltimore Ravens, was my DB coach during my best years in the NFL. One of the greatest coaches I've ever been around. Well,
let the nation know, because we told him pretty much. I know you told him what it was, we're doing a show. We're about to go live. We're talking about some players that we're looking at, some guys.
We have a lot of stuff to go over. So it was around the combine stuff.
Yeah, well, give the chat a little information into what Chuck said to look at in terms of guys. Because one thing that I finally heard, a lot of people always assume that the Senior Bowl doesn't mean anything. Like, it's like, oh, no. What I heard Chuck say right now was like, yo, when you get to see the best play against the best, the Senior Bowl is a massive thing to be able to analyze talent, right?
Well, and let me say this. The hell's one up there? There's not a lot of good evaluators of talent.
Yes.
Right?
Or every team would be great.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And everyone's got their evaluation process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I always said, whatever it is, if you watch practice, if you watch the first quarter, if you watch the fourth, then the third, then the second, or you only watch this, or you only watch the 40 or vertical, or you only watch whatever your process is to evaluate a guy that you want to have on your team, I say just be consistent.
Yeah.
With evaluate every guy that way.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever your process is, there's always factors. There's certain things that some guys put a lot of emphasis in, and some guys, they don't even look at that.
Yeah.
And other things, little things that you're like, oh man, like technique wise and how he is communicating with his teammates. So I just asked Chuck, I was just going, there's so much, because he was telling me that there's this thing called like the 33rd team. So
yes.
You know about this?
Yes.
So like coaches have like former coaches or whatever.
Rich Gannon uses it a lot. A lot of Kurt Warner, a lot of these guys, go to the 33rd team.
Okay.
So,
yeah. And he said you can, and he's got it. And he said that you can play, and you can look at every.
There's all 22, and then there's like the 33, team 33.
Type the guy's name in. You can look at every first down play, every missed tackle, every pass breakup. You can. Every time the guy, goes off the side, whatever. There's so much things. It's like you can't watch all of it. So what do you put emphasis on? And so he was just telling me that it starts off with the pro director, right? The pro football director at regional scouts, and he hands the regional scouts, here's a kind of a huge net of guys that were kind of basically probably any guy that's eligible for the draft that year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they go and it's regions, Southwest, Northeast, and I know Zach Crockett at one point was a regional scout. And
yep. Mm-hmm.
These guys go and they write a thing called a POA, which is a point of attack. And I never heard this, but so the scouts write this point of attack. It's like a snapshot of the guy.
Yep.
Kind of like a highlight film, right? Just to, hey, let me see. I want to get more information on this guy.
Yeah.
Right? So then Chuck gets a list, as a position coach, right? It's just DBs that he's doing, right?
Yeah.
But he said he has to write evaluations of, he said from 30 up to 50 players that he has to sit there. And Al Davis says, hey, I need a report on this guy. And I said, well, does Al Davis give you a questionnaire like, what's his height, what's his weight, what how's he break? And he said, no, he's leaving it up to you to give me plus minuses. So again, in that you're looking at, okay, what's this guy putting emphasis on? And is he putting emphasis on categories that are going to make this guy a good football player, or is he putting emphasis on shit that doesn't really matter?
Yeah. Yep. And that's where I kind of came into play where I started hearing that end of that conversation.
Go ahead if you need to go.
No. Do your thing. No, I want you to go. I'll read the supers, and I'll trust me. We're gonna get some comments in you guys, but I definitely want to hear.
For about 5 minutes on this, and then we'll stop. So then he says, and then I do want to talk about the combine.
Yes.
Our thoughts on it, what his thoughts were on it, and
and you guys also, we have a list of 3 to 5 players that we want to listen to Stu about some maybe hidden gems in this draft to take a look at. And there's one specific guy that I want to ask him about what this ties to Purdue. So stay tuned for that. But go ahead, Stu.
I know the Big Ten. So some of my guys,
it's okay. But that's expected, right?
That's what I know, right?
Yeah.
but there'll be some surprises in there.
Okay.
But yeah, so he gets this POA, which is point of attack, and then I was writing shit down so fast. Oh, so then he says minimum five game breakdown of the player, and he likes minimum. But he's like, if you're up to 8 or 9 games and you're still kind of evaluating, like, no, time to move on. But he said,
yeah,
I like to watch a game from the beginning of the season, from the middle of the season, and at the end of the season. I said, so when you're watching these films, because I know what I look at, I said, what is it that you're, first of all, just so you know, they don't give a shit about the combine stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do.
But they don't. Yeah.
The good coaches don't. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yes.
The guys that get all excited.
The combine is an opportunity to get GMs together, head coaches, scouts together, be able to do some business, talk some shit. And that's what we seen. It was proven we were out there. You know what I mean? So I hear you, brother. Like, that's pretty much, it's more along the lines of getting the NFL, the big wigs together and the scouts together and be able to talk shop. But go ahead.
We'll specifically do a section on the combine.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he's watching that. So he's watching film. I said, so when you're watching the film, what are you looking at? And he said effort, right? Effort's number one.
Yeah.
I said, well, so what do you say effort though? What do you mean by effort? Effort is you can see that, because there might be a guy runs a 4.2 40, but yet a guy that runs a 4.7, and I've showed you this.
Yep.
Is like Spillane. He's running past the guy that know he's not faster than.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said you look to see if a guy is taking on blocks, if he's going up and tackling, and he's not thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a change in speed.
Yes.
That's one thing. Like, if all of a sudden you see a guy that he goes faster, it's like, why weren't you running full speed the whole time?
Well, I think a lot of things that people tend to forget is angle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, people just assume, you have to be the fastest guy in the world. No, if you take the right angles, you know what I'm saying, you can get the best out of anybody, the best of anybody.
Yes, and that's also play recognition and knowing I'm not going to step this way to go back this way. I'm just going to wait for the play to come back to me, and I look like I'm guys.
Yeah.
So great effort. Are you running to the ball? And one thing that I was always taught, and Kenny Green was my defensive back coach at Purdue, and I actually spoke with him today. Really the reason I became the safety I became. I mean, honestly, he taught me how to be a safety and taught me how to be tough and how to read the offensive line. And I remember him saying, he said, Stu, and I've said this before on your show, but he said, Stu, the good players, about every 5 or 6 plays, they're involved in a tackle, in a assisted tackle, a pass breakup, an interception, a sack, some statistical marking. Every 7 or 8 plays. But he says the great ones, it's about every 3 or 4.
Yep.
So that was my goal. I was every 3 or 4 plays, I'm trying to get a play, right? So that was my mind. I'm trying to make every single play. And my saying was always, if it's going to be, it's up to me. I'm not, I don't know where I learned that from, but I'm not waiting for someone to win the game. Like, I'm in my head going, I need to win this game. I need to make the play, right? Yeah.
I love it.
You can see that on film. And again, we have not yet talked about what he benches, what his vertical is. Yeah. None of that stuff. And then I said, I know something for me is going, if he competes, right? He's competing, which I think we have a lot of guys that's the Raider way. Yeah,
definitely. It's competing. And that's what we're doing now, bringing in the Gardner Minshew's of the world. Shit like that. You're bringing in guys to compete.
And that's funny because Hondo Hondo said something, and I was like, he's right on point.
When he talked about Tom Telesco not overpaying, paying what he wanted to pay. Is that what it was?
Not that. God, what were we just talking about?
Think about it real quick. Salute to Mr. Maker. I got you on that question, brother. I promise you. We're going to talk about Justin Fields and the whole trade. I got you. We're definitely going to talk about that. Stay tuned. I got you.
Okay. I'll come back to me. And then the other thing is I said how he interacts with teammates. He says, absolutely.
Yeah.
How, if he makes a play, our guys around him cheering for him. If someone else makes a play, is he coming up and is he he excited? Is he interacting? I said, how important is the nonverbal communication? You see him, he goes, absolutely. His football IQ, like if he's out there communicating, like remember I told you, like I don't see guys doing that. You know what I mean? Like it's so you're looking at that type of stuff.
The greats, let's be real though. The greats still do it. When you watch a Fred Warner from the 49ers, one of the greatest linebackers in the league, he does it, right? When you look at some of the top-notch talent,
great defenses are doing that.
Yes, they're doing that. Definitely. But you're right. Not enough people do that. You see.
It's funny because he brought up a guy I always bring up, Ronaldo Hill.
Yeah. Yep. You always talk about Ronaldo.
His IQ was off the chart. I mean, I would love to see him in that color. Like he would be awesome with AP and the Raiders, dude. God, man, he would be awesome. So then, okay, so 4 or 5 games. So he said corners, he really looks at ball skills. So what that means is does he know how to track the ball?
Does he know how to locate the football?
Does he know how to locate the football? Does he know how to time the jump at the right time, right? That's crucial. He said speed, right?
Speed,
At corner, you have to. Then he said at safeties, can he have range? Can he go down in the box?
Yeah.
Obviously, angles, open field tackling, secure tackling is obviously if you can't tackle, it ain't gonna happen. No. And he says you can see guys that don't want it.
Yeah. Marcus Peters.
Guys that love driving to the stadium, love putting the uniform on, love coming out in the smoke.
The whole shit.
But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they, you know what I'm saying? Like that always confused me. I'm like, you work so hard in the off season for 60 plays in the game, and you don't want to come out here and play? Like you're not wanting to play? Like that's the whole reason we're here, man.
Yeah, man.
So looking at that, your body language is huge. Body language is huge on film.
Yep.
But again, it was as far as saying, and then he was just driving through the mountains with his wife, and it was kind of breaking up. So, but he did say for an inside linebacker, which goes along with how I thought. He said a good inside linebacker, the play ratio should be about every 4 plays.
Every 4 plays.
Be involved in something. You know what I'm saying? Like if a guy's out there, like remember I've told you, like this guy is like what's he doing? And obviously corners, you're not getting thrown to.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I asked him, I said, how important are special teams? And he said, well, that's up to the special teams coach. Because I'm watching the guy in defense, and then the special team coach comes over and says, hey, just so you know, the guy you're looking at, he's also running his ass down on kickoff and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, I like this guy too.
Yeah.
That's like a win-win.
I'm shocked that he said that, though, because I don't think people realize how valuable special teams are. I'm not saying that he didn't say they're not valuable, but I mean, I'm assuming everybody on that sideline is watching very close in terms of special teams, because some of those guys, the gunners of the world, they end up being some of the best athletes once you insert them into the offense or the defensive side of the football.
Listen, man, you get to that. I remember Joe Tiller.
Yep.
Because always, people think of special teams in college like, oh, that's where guys, you put the freshmen out there to see what they do. But no, dude, like Joe Tiller's like, no, listen, guys, because our special teams was losing us games. We'd have big plays, and then we'd have plays that just destroyed the game. Our junior year, he said, starters, I want all my starters on special teams. And we were like, dude, let's go. So like, I mean, we had all Americans and all NFL draft picks on the punt team running down. Yeah. And I don't know how many times I've watched games and they're like, not too often you see an All-American run down on punt, but it's like, dude, this game, like, if they score a touchdown on this punt return or kickoff, we could lose the game. Like,
you can potentially lose the game.
Yeah,
I've seen really great teams lose because of special team, mishaps.
So it's like, dude, you're not going out there to break your water on this. Like, no, I'm going to be out there because I don't want you messing the game up for us.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the heck you're doing.
Straight up.
But obviously, it's a good place to stick it, dude. But like to have the whole special to have the whole special teams like backups and stuff. I mean, obviously, but again, for me, it was always.
I got to get you, bro. You paused me the entire time I was in Indianapolis, bro.
I did.
You paused me with shit that didn't even need to be paused. You just literally paused. It was hilarious. But go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Stu's in his bag right now, y'all. We letting Stu just run it. I love it. Go ahead.
It's amazing to me how guys don't want to get out there and play. Like, first of all, the name of the game is to make plays. If you think that you're a dude, I always say this. If you're a guy and you think that you're one of the best players on the team and you're a team guy and you want your team to win,
get out there on special teams.
If you're not on the field as the best player, is your team as good as it can be?
No, not at all.
The name of the game is to make plays.
Yeah.
Right? The more plays you make in college, the more you're going to get drafted. The more plays you make in the NFL, the more money you're going to make.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to run around down there? I remember back when they had player performance bonuses.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what player performance bonuses was kind of a way, because remember the rookie contracts were so bloated back then, just huge.
Yeah.
Rookie or player performance bonuses were kind of trying to.
Everybody in the chat saying, "Cook Stu. Stu is cooking. Chef Stu." I love it. That's why I'm shutting the fuck up.
Let Hondo come in here and steal all my Raiders fans, bro.
Let's go.
Competition brings the best out of everybody, so I appreciate Hondo. Now I just forgot what I was going to say.
Hey, real quick, let me read this real fast. Salute to Jason. Why you think about that? Blessings, brothers. Hope the families are good. And Stu can't wait for the draft. 30 is one. Salute to my guy. Hey, Jason, I just got your text message right now. I'm going to call you right after the live, brother, but I appreciate you on a $50 special.
Oh, yeah.
As always. Hey, cigars on me tonight, brother. Salute to my brother Jason and salute to Yo Arnie. It's a good place to stick it. Stupac Shakur. All right, go ahead, brother. Hey, and what we're doing this, you guys, because I want you to understand, this is leading up to us going over a few players that Stu has circled for this upcoming draft. Some guys to take a look at that we may potentially bring in. So stay tuned. There's a lead up to all this. And I know no one's complaining. I'm just letting y'all know. So go ahead, brother.
Well, what the hell was I saying?
You were speaking gospel, brother. Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to have to put the orchestra on this one too.
Oh, we're talking about special teams, and we're talking about making plays. Oh, player performance, right?
Yes.
So it was kind of a way. So let's say it was your player performance was based on your draft pick, right? So if you're a number one draft pick, so basically what player performance is, you're getting paid for every play that you're on.
Yes.
You don't have to make a play. You just accredited play.
Mm-hmm.
The higher draft pick you are, the less you make per play, right? Because you should be out there and you got paid a handsome amount for it. Now, let's say a 6th round guy, all of a sudden he's out there playing a bunch, but he's still on a rookie 6th round contract. He didn't get no sign-in bonus. He's making league minimum as a 6th round pick, but he's playing. Mm-hmm. So then you're making, every play that you're in, you're making money. And I remember at the end of the year, I was getting a check, and this is special teams. This is every every single play, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. I was getting a take home after taxes, like over $200,000 just because I'm out there making, I'm not even, you don't have
You're on the football field.
I'll go out there. Like, let's go. I mean, first of all, I want to be out there.
Yeah.
But, those player performance, they don't have it anymore. But it was that, a guy like me, because I shouldn't have been a starter, and I'm stuck in a 3rd round contract for 5 years. It was kind of a way to even it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but again, I was like, why, dude? This is the reason we do all the stuff that we do and put up with the stuff that we do and the time away from our families and our bodies is to go out there and make plays. 40 to 60 plays to be in front of the fans and
lay it all on the line.
You don't want to come out there,
yeah.
And that's one thing.
Different era. It's a different era, Stu. Like, man, we know this. We talked a lot about this at the combine.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, remember
how many people would
die,
kill their family?
Yeah, real shit.
Run down on a kickoff, and you're just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And there were some players, I ain't gonna say no names, but there are some players that you're like, And Chuck, you brought up one of them, and I right away. Violator.
Salute to our Unc, man. Uncle Violator in the building. Salute to you.
I need to give him a call. I ain't talked to him in a minute.
Yeah, we got to definitely follow up. We got to get Unc back on the show. It's been a while since we had Unc on, man. Salute to Unc, man. One of the greatest representations of Raider Nation, period. Yes, man. Hall of Famer. Well, let's do this.
What do you want to do here?
I want to ask you about one specific player, okay? And then you can get to your list of guys.
Okay.
I had one specific name, and me and you talked about him a lot during the combine, during my time at Purdue when we were out there. This is not a name, you guys, that Stu brought up. I brought this up specifically.
Actually, a lot of people have been bringing him up.
No, they have. But I brought this up specifically because of your ties to Purdue. You know, everyone knows Stu is a Purdue legend. When we went to Purdue,
I live here, right?
Yeah, you lived there. We were there at the game and all that other good stuff.
I'm not real happy with the coaching stuff.
I know.
That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, but I want to ask you about a kid that provides a lot of versatility. Okay, former wide receiver, converted to running back. One of the only things that I'm kind of afraid of is he's 24. I believe he'll be 25 when the season starts.
He's one of those.
Yeah, you know, but a guy that put up 113 carries, has 716 yards on the ground, 8 TDs last year. He averaged 6.3 a clip. This is a guy, like I said before, that converted from wide receiver that can give you a lot of versatility out of the backfield. Well, what is your assessment of Tyrone Tracy Jr., a guy that I think he has all the measurables, 210, 6'1", kind of closer to the 6'2"?
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Everything I'm seeing is 6'1", but remember,
he's more close to the 6'2" range.
Yeah,
he's bigger than 6'1". But I mean, what would you think about Tyrone Tracy Jr., and where do you think that he would actually go in this draft? Because we're probably going to look at a running back from those mid to late rounds anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I'm assuming a 4th, 5th round pick would be somewhere in that range for Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Well, let's just go. So here's his measurables, right? So this is NFL Combine results, NFL Scouting Combine and Pro Day data.
Yeah.
So let's see. He was 70.88 inches. So that's six. Let's see, 6. So that's 6 foot. That's almost 6'1", right? 209 pounds.
When was this though? You know what I mean? Like,
this is at the combine.
Oh, this was at the combine.
Well, this is combine. This is
shit. Okay.
Combine numbers. No, this is it.
I'm gonna shut up. Then I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Yeah, because I actually remember you gave me like an hour.
Yeah.
For the first 30 minutes, I pulled up my combine results and I was just comparing them to like all the like Ed Reed and like Travion Morag and Abrams, and you wait till you see the results, bro.
I can't. For those who don't know, I hit up Stu. I said, "We have a show today, right? We got some homework." I said, "Give us a list." And you know what's funny, man? Stu is he's such a student of the game, Pineapple, just like you said. Former pro. It just, you give him an hour, man, he's going to come back with a bunch of notes and a bunch of players to look at. I knew all we needed was 30, 45 minutes, to be honest, but you got an hour, so I can only imagine.
I had to stop it, though, because I would have been for about 4 hours, like, because now I got this, and I go into someone. So anyway, all right, so.
Tyrone Tracy Jr., real quick. We'll touch on this just for a second, then I want to get to your list.
40-yard, 4.48. Okay, very good. 40-inch vertical. Actually, he's running 18 miles per hour. Let's see. Did he do the shuttle hands? Didn't do the broad jump. Didn't do the shuttle or 3-cone. He'd probably do that on his pro day.
Yeah,
assuming, right? Because he probably said, "Dude, I ran a 4.48. All I can do now is probably mess things up, right?"
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Gave a little. And now come to where I'm more comfortable, and then we can do
like Xavier Worthy running the 40 and then just not catching any footballs.
Yeah. So anyways, but here's the thing. He's played at Iowa, is where he started his career, and I encourage guys and gals to go and Tyrone Tracy Jr. and just look at his highlight film. And we watched it.
We watched a lot of it.
And he is a guy. I mean, was a receiver, moved to running back. He's a kick returner. He's a punt returner.
Yep.
Here in rushing statistics in 2023, and again, guys, Purdue had the top. I think, 2 or 3 toughest schedule in college football. At Ohio State, at Michigan,
Yep.
At, Wisconsin, at Minnesota, Illinois, at Nebraska, right?
He played against the top talent in the nation.
State, who was a good team, right? Returned the second half kickoff. See 98 yards against them, but played in 11 games, 113 attempts, 716 yards, 8 touchdowns, longest 62 yards. 6.3 yards per carry.
That's all I needed to see right there, and that made my eyes bug out. Like he averaged 6.3 a clip. That's crazy.
And I heard you said the comment where you saw that he busts out to the outside. If you watch, he breaks a lot of tackles, and he's got very, very, very good vision and good balance. Like he's a tough guy to bring down, and at 6'1", 210, running a 4.48.
Yeah.
Kick returner, punt returner, receiver. I see him as, like we talked about, Debo, right?
Yeah.
For the 49ers.
Yeah.
A guy that they can do a lot with.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see what Debo did at South Carolina. He was going crazy.
I remember when we had who was the fullback 2 years ago that went and played for Miami?
Alec Ingold.
Yeah, and he's like mad because he's not getting the ball enough, and like, dude, you're a fullback. Like, we're not throwing it to you. But this guy, dude, we can throw it to him. We can run it to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, when you add in that we have
hey, breaking news. The Rams just signed Jimmy G. So he'll be the backup to Matthew Stafford. And they just drafted a quarterback, the young kid out of Georgia, the year prior. So that's insane. Wow.
Hey, man, it must be nice, dude.
My guy just keeps going around.
Mariota. Mariota was my favorite player, and I respect Mariota, but
you even said, God, these guys are still finessing their way to getting checks, huh? Yeah, Jimmy G to the Rams. Maybe McVay said, I'm not allowing Jimmy G to go back to the Niners to play under Shanahan. Maybe this is an NFC West, mind fuck.
Side note, so the Pittsburgh Steelers cut Pickett?
No, they traded him to the Philadelphia Eagles. So before we get into this, so apparently when Russell went to Pittsburgh, right, they told Russ, you're the starter, okay? Pickett was already told that he was going to be able to compete for the spot, for the QB1 spot. Last year he was, but they had a terrible, terrible offensive coordinator, like really, like bottom of the barrel in the NFL.
He did his rookie year, didn't he? I like Pickett coming out.
He was okay. But now he was like, well, trade me. They sent him. He grew up watching Philadelphia. The Eagles is a favorite team. He's from the New Jersey area. But it's funny because now you're not going to be able to compete for the starting spot. You're behind Jalen Hurts on a major deal, and they have their franchise guys. So, hey, I don't know. I mean, hey, he may.
Hey, man, he's going to sit back, probably collect a Super Bowl ring, bro, and save his body. And
could be.
Come in, later on in his career, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to – I mean, obviously you want to play, but –
yeah.
Looking at it from the older eyes, looking back, like, shit, sit back and be the backup for 4 years.
Hey, kick back, get your check, man, and run it up. You still be able to play with your kids when you're in your 40s.
Hey, Jay, hey, good shit, bro. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get tired of something, I'm here for you, bro. You know what I mean? But,
but hey, breaking news, y'all. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Pickett goes to the Philadelphia Eagles in a pick swap. I believe swapping a third and a fourth. And then Jimmy G goes to the LA Rams. So something interesting to see. Yes, in East Coast, I've heard the same thing, seen that also. Say that he was throwing a hissy fit when Russ entered the fold and he got benched and Mason balled out. Steelers said, get to stepping. Factory.
I could see where he's probably, never been in a situation where he wasn't the guy.
Yeah. He was the guy at Pitt. He was the guy in high school. You're right.
I mean, it hit me that fourth year also, and I got benched. I'd never experienced that before. I'm like,
yeah, like what the fuck is going on?
Never. So it's a tough position to be in.
We won't talk too much about Tyrone Tracy, Jr.
Anyways, Tyrone Tracy, he's a physical back, great vision. He's again. Everybody, please write these names and go and just watch the highlight of them and judge yourself. I mean, and again, I'm not saying this because he's a Purdue guy. I just have a better evaluation because I've seen him more.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you right now, just being there at that Michigan State and Purdue game and seeing all the fans in there, those got like Look, those people, they love their team, bro. Like they and I asked the guy that was to my right, the guy that gave us the ticket. Salute to him. I asked him about Tyrone, and he was like, "He's a baller.
Yeah,
he's a baller."
that's right. I remember him, and that dude, he's had season tickets since like the 70s, bro. So like those people know. Hold on, let me just give a shout out to
Demented said
Daniel Summers. Daniel Summers.
Our guy.
Sorry. Yeah.
Demented says Steelers. Who the fuck are you, fam? Yo, all right, let's do this. Let's get to the number one.
All right, so okay, Tracy, whether it's a running back / he'd be a great addition. He's a guy that we want. Whether that's 3rd to 5th, I don't know. You know what I mean? I really think he could. Who knows how this draft goes? If running backs start to go, you never know what's going to happen. But I did look at another running back.
Okay.
A guy that wait, hold on. Let me make sure. No, that's a linebacker.
Let's get the offense out the way. We'll keep it moving with the running back position right now.
3 running backs I have.
Okay.
And so Jeff Brom was the coach here at Purdue 2 years ago, here for 6 years. Great staff. Chris Barkley was his running backs coach. Chris Barkley was an All-American at Wake Forest. I actually played against him. He's a running back coach. They went to Louisville. The defensive line coach is at Louisville. Ron English, defensive coordinator, all very close friends of mine. And I reached out to Chris Barkley because I remember watching when Louisville this year played. They were playing a ton. I forgot what game it was. It was on national TV. It was a big game. I forgot who they beat, but their running backs were kind of going loose, and they have 2 running backs.
Dorendo and Juwan.
Jawar, Jordan and Isaac Garando.
Yeah.
So I did write Barkley, and I watched the guys' film. I asked his opinion on those guys, but just real quick, let me just – where are we at here? Okay, wait, hold on.
Castro got some homework for you, too. Whenever you get done with that, write down the name Jarius Monroe out of Tulane corner.
We'll get to the corners, too.
Jarius Monroe out of Tulane.
Go green wave or blue wave or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Q, Jawar's a dog, bro. And he's a great pass catcher out of the backfield as well. A guy that can definitely offer you some some help right there in the passing game.
So let me forgive me. Yeah, here we go. So okay. No, I have 4 running backs. So the guys from Louisville, Isaac Garando, 6 foot, 221. So he's from Indiana, Clayton, Indiana.
He ran a nice 40 too, bro. When we at the combine.
I'm looking here.
He actually ran when we were sitting up.
4.33.
Yeah.
At 6 foot, 221.
Yeah.
That's
bro. He was one of the guys that ran while we were sitting there, but you got up and went to go get something to eat, so you missed it. But he actually ran when we were still sitting over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I again, both these guys are great guys. According to Barkley, they're who I trust. They're coach, their running backs coach. So Isaac Garando and then Jaward. He's a little smaller guy. The other one is Jaward Jordan, 5'10", 193.
Shifty, elusive. Like I said, he can give you a lot in the passing game. That is definitely a guy that you can look at in those later rounds.
Yeah, let's see. As a 5th-year senior, he played 13 games, ran for 1,123 yards, 181 carries for an elite average of 6.2 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. In the passing game, he had 21 receptions for an elite 246 yards. So another guy kind of like Tyrone Tracy. But those two
remember they're running back by committee out there too. So he wasn't the primary back.
Yeah,
so that's great production. You know what I'm saying? Great production.
And then let me go back to the Big Ten. And when you think of this, let me just ask this question and see what people say. If you were to think of the Big Ten and you think of running backs, what school would you think?
Running backs?
Yeah. Because this guy's from the school that if I'm thinking of the Big Ten running backs, I'm thinking of this school.
I mean, you're looking at Michigan or Ohio State, right?
I mean.
Oh, whoa. No, hold on.
Maybe not Michigan, Ohio State, yeah, but think about where some dogs have come from.
Are you going to go to Nebraska or Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Okay.
Right. So there's a guy at Wisconsin. I remember watching him just destroy Purdue this year.
Braylon Allen, baby. Braylon Allen, 6'2", monster of a running back.
235 from Fondue Lake, Wisconsin. Ran a 4.40.
Yes, at 6'2".
235. Bro, it is a freaking bowling ball, man.
Yeah, man.
As a junior, so he's actually, let's see, he's a true junior.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dipping out like he's probably 19, 20 years old. As a junior, 11 games for the Badgers. He ran for 982 yards on 181 attempts for an impressive 5.4 year.
But still, read the first 2 years, because last year they did a running back by committee last year, right? They usually didn't do that.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, but the other running back went down and Braylon Allen started cooking again. But the 2 years prior, he was absolutely frying shit.
11 games as a freshman, ran for – yeah, you're right. As a true freshman, 1,258 yards, 6.8 yards per carry with 12 touchdowns.
Yep.
As a receiver, he made 8 receptions for 39 yards. Yeah. So he's produced for 3 years. I mean –
yeah.
He's a guy I was like, whoa, boy, like he was a load, dude. That dude was a load, and he brought the funk, dude. He brought the funk. So Isaac Aranda, the last guy, is kind of a wild card. I remember seeing him. I was kind of I was impressed with him.
Real quick, East Coast, DM that to me. My bad, Stu. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah, Braylon Allen is a mirror. Whew, that'd be nasty.
Dude, man.
That'd be nasty, bro. And you can get him in the 3rd round.
Yeah. I will say this, looking through this, I was much more impressed with the running back talent than the linebacker talent. I wasn't impressed with the linebacker talent last year either.
Bro, after the 2nd, 3rd round, it gets a little at the linebacker position. Because there's going to be a run on them in the 2nd or 3rd, and then it's like you may be able to get lucky on one later. But I'm not really seeing too many linebackers in those later rounds.
My computer, what the hell?
Salute to Q too, man. I actually put Stu up on some more tape on Quinyon Mitchell when we were sitting out there watching. But to be honest with you, a lot of those, and I only put the highlights. We didn't watch the tape. And a lot, look, it wasn't that good of highlights. It was boring.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to. My kids are probably all on their tablets right now. And I have a million tabs open up here. I'm gonna have to reset and come back on here.
Okay.
But
what happened?
My running back, I was talking about Carson Steele.
Oh yeah, UCLA.
Yeah. White boy looking like Kid Rock, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he'll be available in the 7th, maybe even as a UDFA.
He's a big boy too, and he's one of those guys. He'll do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he put him at fullback, put him at freaking tight end, have him run down on kickoff. Just again, a guy that's going to be a multifaceted guy. So let's see, that's what, 5 running backs?
Yeah, hey Stu, and nothing's affected by the internet or the Wi-Fi, bro. Everything looks good.
Yeah, but I can't open up anything right.
Oh, okay. Just close a few windows and see what happens.
Well, it's the little spinning ball thing, and it won't even let me do the. It won't let me even close anything here, man.
Jason, that's another sneaky linebacker, the young pup out of Kentucky. But I'm looking at it like if you're not getting the Peyton Wilsons of the world, the Coopers, you know what I mean? If you're not getting maybe a Tommy Eichenberg, Arnie says clear your history. Clear your history up top. That maybe do it, or hit escape. 10 Commandments said. Let me see. Sneaky says we don't need one until the 4th or 5th round. Zeus is really like that. Yes, we need a back to share the backfield with him, but that's not a major concern. I agree with you, Sneaky. Me personally, I'm going Ray Davis in the 5th round out of Kentucky. That's where I'm going.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about him from
the start. That's my guy. Rich, is it official? Because I seen a troll actually say that. I don't think it's official. Somebody put that Waller officially retired. I think that was a troll that put that up there.
Where did I hear that? Was it on one of your shows, or where?
It happened a few weeks ago. He was thinking about retiring, and then And then, because of the injury.
He'll just keep stealing money.
Yeah, Cedric Gray also, Castro. Yeah, the young pup out of North Carolina. Definitely.
He needs to retire, as disrespectful as he is to the game.
He just doesn't care anymore, bro. You can tell. He just doesn't give a shit anymore. And now that he's so far away from his wife, being in New York, the Vegas, I think he just really on some, like, I made my money now. Let me go home and relax. Let me see. Dejan or Wiggins at 13? Or do you get Dejan in the second? His stock dropped because of the fibula injury. It definitely has. Remember the young pup that we were talking about out of Iowa? Cooper Dejan? We talked about him a lot.
He's rated as a number 1 corner.
Yeah, he's one of them. Yeah, but his stock is dropping a little bit because of the injury. He may not.
What happened?
The fibula, but I don't even know if he's going to be available, if he's going to be ready for when the season even starts. So I don't know. That's something to keep an eye on. But if Dejan is there in a second, go get him. Let me see. Cooper's from my alma mater. Salute to Goodman. But I like Wiggins.
How do I close the tab without closing out all of them?
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you back.
Never mind. Wait, hold on.
All right, there we go. I would take Wiggins over Dejan Oakland right there at 13 if we decided on going corner. But I like Terrion Arnold better, and I like Quinyon Mitchell better than both.
Okay, I want that.
Violator, I love it, bro. I like Gray and Cooper at linebacker. The kid out of A&M to me is the best linebacker in this draft. I think he's that guy. Now, there's another guy in Peyton Wilson, the measurables, sideline to sideline ability, plays the run, 6'3", I believe. If he can stay healthy, he can be potentially the best linebacker in this draft. But only time will tell. Yeah. Cooper. Hey, Stu, I'm gonna put you behind the scenes. Just go like this. Hey, Stu, do this when you want to pull back up. Just have a few of the tablets get turned off and all that, and we'll bring you right back. Stu's still backstage, you guys, so we will be bringing him back on here shortly. He said, guys, hear me out. Waller may be the best rapper alive. Cooper is elite. This is facts. He is a dog. Salute to Carl, my guy. Appreciate you, brother, as always. Send it over to me too, man. I would love to check that out. Edgerrin has some of the greatest tape out there at the linebacker position. And Trotter Jr. is my third, maybe fourth favorite linebacker in this draft. The bloodline is there. Clemson, a guy, definitely would look at Jeremiah Trotter if he's there available in those mid rounds. But keep an eye on Tommy Eichenberg, you guys, the young kid out of Ohio State. A lot of the reason he would have been a first round, second round talent if he came out the year prior. That guy is a dog, and he'll probably play for whatever team he goes to for 10 seasons. You know what I mean? So just keep an eye on that. Let me see. Trotter will go in the first. I don't think so, Rich. I don't think any linebacker goes in the first round. I don't think the linebacker run doesn't start until about the mid-second round. I think that's when the run on a linebacker start. That's mid to second round going into the third. I don't see any way where any of these linebackers go in the first round, to be honest with you. There's too much talent at the tackle position, at the guard position. There's a few centers you could potentially get in the first. The run on wide receivers, the run on quarterbacks. I just don't see any linebacker or any running back going in the first round because this class is so deep at other positions. Israel, love Kingsley. Love Kingsley out of BYU as well. Okay, appreciate you, East Coast. You gave me some homework, King. Thank you, brother. Okay. He said Trotter is a super lazy player. Wiggins, on the other hand, he's crazy good. Okay. Well, hey, some of these guys, man, East Coast, and I hate to say it because I don't want to justify anyone being lazy. Some of these guys are just so good at the collegiate level, they get bored. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you try to play lazy in the NFL, you're gonna get your ass ran through. You know what I'm saying? Like you will get smooth, stomped out at the next level. You know what I mean? So, if he is a lazy player at the collegiate level, maybe it's just because he's like, man, I'm just so good at this shit. But hey, come into the league with that same laziness, and you're gonna get cooked. Hud, we are talking about basically Minnesota traded back up. They have 2 first-round picks now. Okay, they traded with the Texans. Texans traded out of the first round. Minnesota now has 2 first-round picks in order to move up into the top 3 potentially to go get their quarterback. So Minnesota just made it even that much more tough for us to go get one of those top 3 guys. Really, we're talking about Jaden Daniels here, right? But yeah, they got 2 first-round picks. So they can reach out to any of those teams, whether it's New England or if Chicago wants to move out of the first, out of that first spot. Minnesota has 2 first-round guys this year, and then they can give you another first next year and even some more, even some change on the side. You know what I'm saying? So they made it even more tough on us in order to move up. So at this point, it may take a miracle to move up in order to go get them. Yeah, hey, man, that was my guy, bro. Ask the chat, East Coast. I was speaking so highly of Evon Pace out of Cincinnati. I was so mad when we didn't get him. He ended up being a UDFA, I believe, right? Like I was so high on his game, and now he's in Minnesota balling. You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite linebackers in last year's class. Let me see. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hot take. My boy Ridgeback's in the building. Hot take, Minnesota will trade with the Chargers, and the Chargers will take 2 wide receivers in the first. I can see it. I mean, but the thing is, though, they literally just went and got, Quentin Johnston, out of TCU last year in the first round. You know what I mean? So I don't see them actually going to get 2 receivers. I think they still believe in him. I think they still believe in Palmer. They still need potentially a wide receiver 1. I don't see them getting 2. I see them getting 1 because they still got to get some type of offensive line help. And Ridge, keep an eye on the Chargers still potentially taking Brock Bowers there early on as well. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, the Chargers traded Keenan Allen to the Chicago Bears yesterday for a 4th-round pick. They offered Keenan Allen to take a pay cut, restructure his deal. Keenan said no. He played his whole career there. So they sent them. They shipped him off to Chicago. That 1-2 punch of him and DJ Moore now with Cole Kmet and DeAndre Swift, they have a nice offense out there, man. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Justin Fields or the Caleb Williams thing. Primos, I wouldn't be shocked at all. And Cap, I can see them going to get Corum in the 2nd round. They just went and got the former Baltimore Raven. I believe they got Gus Edwards, right? A guy that played for their offensive coordinator before in Baltimore. I don't think that he's going to be their running back 1. I think they're going to go try and get an upgrade over Gus Edwards. I can see a Harbaugh definitely bringing Corum back. The connection is there between their time in Michigan. Let me see. Joe says, just move up to 5 and get what QB's available and ride with Uncle Rico and Aiden. I mean, at that point, we don't know who's going to be available. There's so many talks about, about JJ McCarthy potentially being a top 3 pick now. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like, I just assume right now, Justin Fields in Chicago, they are the one team that really control the board here. They have the 9th pick. They have the number 1 pick. Maybe they move on. Now they don't need a receiver. So, Marvin Harrison Jr. was in the cards for them. Now it's not a necessity because they're paying Keenan Allen a shit ton of money, and they still have DJ Moore under contract, right? So keep an eye on them to potentially get them another edge rusher or something to that effect. We got our brother back in the building, man. Stu. You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Let's get back to your list. Let's get away from the running backs.
So, linebacker.
Yeah.
Again, I was looking, and it just the one guy that I knew about him. Again, going back to the Big Ten, and then I watched his film. You guys need to watch this dude's highlight film. Michael Barrett.
Okay.
From Michigan. Number 23. Dude, this guy, man, tackles in space against wide receivers. And then he's like in the back line of the punt or of the kickoff return team. And for whatever reason, they'll squib kick to him. He's almost at three kick returns. Yeah,
3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 39 solo tackles last year. He was a senior.
Downhill, perfect form-fitting tackle. And I like this because we're putting in my running back, who I like from Wisconsin.
Braylon Allen.
There's a play where he comes in and he freaking pop behind the line of scrimmage and freaking bends his back, dude.
They're literally playing that play right now as I typed in his name on ESPN. That's fucking insane.
Are they really?
Yes. I can't bring it up because we'll get demonetized. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
ESPN right now?
Huh?
It's live on ESPN right now?
Oh, no. It's just they're showing some film under him. And that was the play.
Yeah, dude. Like, you see him freaking pop. I mean, you talk about a form-fitting tackle, dude. The guy's a playmaker. Braden Allen. Plays the option really good off the edge. Dude, this guy's taking on and avoiding tackles against Penn State, man, and getting around guys.
I like that. I like that he can get to the quarterbacks. Do 3 sacks this year, 3.5 the year prior. A linebacker that can get to that can rush the quarterback.
If you watch him tackle, dude, tackling in space, he's unleunbable. Like, he's one of the best. One of the best I've seen. And he's really good in pass coverage. And then coming down and freaking yamming dudes.
So an interesting because he's a sleeper. Then he's a sleeper.
He is now. I mean, to me, he almost looks like a strong safety, to be honest with you. I do need to check out. Let me go. I need to see how big he is.
Okay. The Pro Football Focus ranks Barrett at 146 overall on his big board and the number 7 linebacker in the draft pool.
Wait, say that again. Sorry. Say that again.
PFF has him as the 7th linebacker in the draft. And Mock Draft Database has Barrett listed as the number 213th overall prospect on the board. So I'm looking right now, 6-year Wolverine, played his whole collegiate career at Michigan. This has him at 5'11", but I believe he is closer to 6 foot, 233. Damn, man. They have a total score of him at 68. NFL Analyst has him as strengths, bring physical demeanor as an open field player, plus tackle strength and wrap-up effort to end the play. Athletic in space, like you said, with good hands for man cover duty, which is great. Takes accurate angles, which is major. We just got done talking about that. To pass catches and runs through them, just like you said. 5-phase special teams talent, another guy you can add to special teams there.
4'5", 40, 5'11", 233, dude, like.
Yeah. I like that.
These players, everyone that's watching, just put on the film, dude. I'm telling you, like, the way this dude tackles and the way that he's able to run full speed, the running backs gives him a little shit, and he shimmies with them and then still has the ability to stop and go and make the tackle.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is a guy still you can probably get as a UDFA. You may not even have to use a draft pick on him.
Bro. Him and Spillane and dude.
Oh, man, Divine Diablo.
Dude, these guys will be flying all over them. And he's super good in his pass drops.
Yeah.
Really good in his zone drops.
I like that.
Yeah, so he was a guy I was like looking through, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I put the film on. I'm like, yep, let's go.
Michael Barrett, you guys. So thus far we have Brandon Allen, which we talked about a lot over here. We love Brandon Allen. We have the 2 young pups out of Louisville that we've talked about as well. It's funny.
My coach, like I talked about, their coach, Chris Barkley, he wrote me back. Here's what he says about the guys.
And this is Louisville, right?
Louisville, yeah, the coach of the guys we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I said, may I have your thoughts on Isaac Garando? Also, maybe a sleeper back in this draft. And I didn't even go down and talk about the other guy. He said, hey, Stu, yes, sir. He said he's an absolute stud and a sleeper in this draft. He will be a better pro than he was and this is about Garando. Yeah. He will be a better pro than he was a college player because he doesn't have much tread on his tires.
Remember, we talked about the dual thing over there.
He is just now getting comfortable in his own skin, a.k.a. Raheem Mostert.
Ooh.
He is but obviously he's bigger. He was just scratching the surface. Not to mention he is 6 foot, 221, moving around like that. We both know the league is a big man's league, so he will fit in just as he continues to develop.
Love it. Love it. And that's coming from the horse's mouth, you guys, the head coach of Louisville. So
the running backs.
Oh, the running backs coach. There you go. Even better. Someone that knows them more than anybody.
This guy was a all ACC great running back for Wake Forest, played in the league for a while. So he knows, dude. So that's dope as hell.
Hey, Arnie, I would take Fuaga over Latham. I like Latham a lot at right tackle. Mammoth of a man. I'm taking Fuaga. I like him, the young pup out of Oregon State. Let me read this real quick also, Stu. Barrett reminds me of Patrick Queen. Struggles to take blocks head on, but he's explosive and attacks the sideline. I see him as a great off-ball blitzing linebacker who can be a contained player. Salute to Rube.
Ruben, I love everything you're saying, but I saw him taking on blocks and going right around and messing up some pretty big linemen. So Take a look at that again. Take a look at that again, because I was actually impressed with his smaller size of him getting around some of these big dudes, and he's just for him to stop freaking Braden Allen right in the hole like that and peel his back.
Yeah. 6'2", big body running back. That's a tough assignment. Might be a sleeper. We've talked about him also. Max Melton out of Rutgers. Another sleeper corner that we could potentially take a look at.
I'm like, I can't do Rutgers. I'm just gonna be all Big Ten dudes. So.
Okay, so you know what? I love that Oakland Raider brought that up. So let's get to the cornerback position. Yeah. What do you have right now at corner? How many do you have? Do you have 1, 2, 3? What? Two. So you got 2 corners.
Stop at 2
out of the Big Ten. All right.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're not Big Ten.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me just pull something up.
Hey, once you do that, do me a favor. Give us a hint at like school or something like that. I want to see if the chat can pick up on what you dropping.
And I went back and I watched the dude from Toledo, man, and
Quinyon Mitchell.
It's not happening. I think everybody is up. Everyone is just hype about that 40 time, guys. Dude, like, you gotta watch the film. And I broke down. I felt takes risky chances that he doesn't.
Yeah,
not smart chances. Bad hands. Very, very bad hands. You talked about. Remember, Chuck Pagano said judging the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, is he an athletic guy?
Definitely.
Does he come up? Can he make tackles? Yes. But again, I need to make sure that. And he's fucking. Forgive me. He's
grabby. Yeah. Oh no, we watched the hour of his tape that night. The last night I was there, and we were like, yeah, very grabby though, very grabby.
And I'm looking at the receivers, and
they're
again nothing against the MAC conference, but. The MAC conference isn't known for receivers, man. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you're right about that.
All of a sudden, one person kind of, and here's the deal. This could be smoke and mirrors. There could be a coach saying this dude, and he runs that great 40 time, and all of a sudden someone wastes the first. Oh, that was another thing that I really liked that Hondo was talking about, drafting, taking emotions out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've talked about that all the time. Like, these dudes, they get in the hype, and it's like, dude, but is he a good fit for you guys?
Yeah.
And or overpay for somebody.
Stu is literally a basement GM right now. Love it. Hey, and Punchy. Hey, I'm still sticking to it. I love Stu, and I trust his judgment because of his football acumen, but I like Quinyon Mitchell. So, remember that night we were talking? I was like, Stu don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I was just fucking around. But Punchy, I'm still not giving up on Quinyon Mitchell. I like him. But go ahead.
I always say, what do I know? I'm just some dude in the basement, bro. I had to, though. I'm like, let me take a look at this dude again, because I know people are going to be asking about him. So I'm looking at corners, and I think it's a risky. Hey, also, what did Hondo say about taking those first-round quarterbacks? What did he say about those first-round quarterbacks, the chances of them making it?
Oh, yeah. No, I get it.
That's a very important
thing. You've been saying that. That's why you kept saying go get a veteran quarterback, which we did with Gardner Minshew.
Again, I'm looking at it, and I liked what he said when people were asking about Kansas City and what do we need. He gave that. I don't remember what his analogy was, but about we already have the ingredients within the group right now, in the locker room right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we just add a couple guys, and that's what I'm like. We have dudes that are doing it on the field now. Why would you want to take the chance on a kid who's never thrown a ball in the NFL with your franchise? That's just stupid to me. But,
hey, Oakland, I think Enos Rakestraw may go in the first round. Keep an eye on him. Second, he's not leaving the second round. When that run on corners goes, Enos Rakestraw out of Missouri, bro, he is a dog. He may go in the first round. I'm telling you now, he may be a sneaky first round guy. But go ahead, Stu. I want to hear what you got to say with that.
Let me just. I just want to pull up my last two corners. Let me get this. Close this. Close. I'm really happy about that text from Barkley though. That's cool. That
Yeah, definitely.
I have Kevin Mitchell up right here.
While you do that real quick, man, salute to my guy with the $5 donation, OG Vale. I just looked up James Williams. I'm familiar with him, but I didn't know his production. 6'5", safety, 215, 48 solo tackles last year. James Williams, safety, 6'5", bro.
I didn't look at safeties.
No, I know. We weren't even talking about safety because we already have 4 or 5 of them under contract. James Williams.
Where's he from?
Miami. He's a Hurricane.
And also, too, Kenyon Mitchell. He's a Florida dude.
Mm-hmm.
And just them Florida guys, they believe in themselves a lot, which you need to as a corner, but you also got to be a little level-headed, man, and know when to take chances and to listen to coaching. And I think he's a problem, dude. From watching, hey,
I'm going to be real. You onto something with that. A lot of cockiness comes out of Florida, man. You're right. From the wide receiver position to the corner position, shit, even some of the quarterbacks that come out.
He's coming from a smaller, the MAC conference, so he's got something to prove, and he's gonna. And it's like, hey, listen,
pump the brakes, my boy.
Let sit. And if you can get a veteran, I think if you get a veteran around him,
yeah.
You know yeah. But I think he's a wild card, bro. He's. And
I don't think we go corner in the first anyway, so I don't think Quinyon Mitchell's going to be.
Again, what the biggest things, and I'm glad Chuck said this, his ability to find the ball in the air is bad, and he cannot catch, guys. He cannot catch.
But there you have it.
I mean, yeah, there's a play where the quarterback against, I think it was, I don't know what school.
He was like Eastern Michigan or something like that. He was like
Central Michigan. Red school, and literally the quarterback threw it right to him.
Yeah, that was the play when we were looked at, bro. You remember we're sitting right on that couch. We looked at each other like that was a gimme.
Dude, yeah. I think I don't know. How many picks did he have last year?
Quinyon, didn't he have 4? I could be wrong. It may not even have been that many. Let me see.
3 interceptions, and 2 of them were against that quarterback that threw it twice right to him. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, interceptions are interceptions. I don't want, but they weren't because he made a great play. All right, here we go.
Oh, he only had 1 pick though. That's what's crazy. He had 3 picks in his career, I believe. But he's on. No, he has 6.
So wait.
He had 6 in his career. He had 1 pick last year.
So he's putting up junior film. Or
we're still talking about Quinyon Mitchell, right?
Yeah, is he a junior right now?
So
he's putting up 2022 film and his highlights.
Junior.
You don't have enough highlights in 2023.
Real quick, before you get into your spiel,
I got my 2 dudes.
Okay, let's get it. Salute to Raider Rich. Thank you, Graphk, Stu, Wasted, Hammer, and Hondo for teaching me so much more about football that I was not aware of. First class content. Stu needs to be a scout or an analyst. Seriously, I'll be trying to talk to him, Rich. You know what I mean? I'll be trying to get my guy to get more involved in this shit.
I can't clear the background check, bro.
Yo,
I'm a wild card. Stu doesn't know his shit, but flying him out to college campuses and having him come to Vegas, I'm messing around. I'm professional, but yeah.
Salute to Hug also on gifting 50 LV Raider Network.
Oh, he's always on point.
My boy Hug is the GOAT, bro. Real talk.
I always think Justin Fargas when I see Hug.
Yeah, Hug. Salute to Hug once again, man. But go ahead. I want to hear this name.
Look at this dude. This Devontae Adams with the
Mark Davis joint.
With the UA. Now I'm trying to think of which guy. So I went with number. Okay, number. Oh, did we want to guess? What did you ask me? You asked me.
Give us a little hint.
Pac-12.
Okay.
This is a corner, and I will say this: I like big DBs.
Kyrie Jackson.
Nope. Oh, he's one of them.
Yes, that's my favorite corner in those mid rounds. Okay.
I thought when I saw him, I'm like, I feel like someone's been saying something about this dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's my guy. That's been my guy since day one. Okay. So you got 2 corners from the Pac-12.
Now, yeah, it has somewhat of a tie with the head coach.
Okay, so a ASU guy potentially.
Yep.
Or
Yep. And this dude has no film, like none. Like
okay, that's probably why I'm having a problem thinking about who the hell it is.
he, like literally, like he does have. I did find one, but he had like practice film. Roe Torrance.
Roe Torrance?
Roe Torrance from Bessemer, Alabama, 6'3", 208 junior. Ran a 4.50 40.
How do you spell his first name?
R-O.
Oh, just Roe Torrance.
Torrenc.
Okay. I like that. Okay. He had a pick, 3 passes defense last year. 37.
Who do you have a pick against?
Is it Caleb?
Penix.
Oh, Penix. Oh.
And he had another good play against Penix. And here's what I have 37 tackles, 1 pick, 3 pass breakups, 2 sacks. Great edge blitzer. Had 2 sacks against Fresno State. Physical on the goal line. He came in off the edge. You know, we've had guys that just kind of at the goal line.
Yes.
He's on the edge, and he actually comes around and like grabs the running back and like pulls him back against Cal.
He's an Auburn transfer also.
Oh, is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. 6'3". I like that.
Yeah, I like big DBs, bro. I like them.
Well, we let a Meek walk in free agency. I don't know if you see he went to the Detroit Lions. So and Wasted has even said it that he thinks we're gonna. He thinks we're going to start getting more to the more big body corners.
It's again, I don't hear because here's the thing. You can be you can know the play, you can be faster, more physical, more athletic. But if a guy just all he has to do is just do this, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that scares me. That scares me. That scares and a big long corner. It's hard to get around those guys, man. And here's okay. So I really like this dude. Very good patience off the line against Colorado. Who was the one that was number? What was their like star receiver?
Travis Hunter.
What number was he? Was he number 10?
I don't remember his number, but I know it's Travis Hunter. He plays corner and he plays receiver for him.
Yeah, remember that play he just gave up on, like in the end zone? Remember when he was?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so Roe Torrance it's about on the 13-yard line, and he's playing man. And here's the thing people don't realize is when you play man, it's about patience, right?
Mm-hmm.
When that receiver comes off, your step should be keep your hips square, and you should be just patting your feet. Yep. The worst thing you can do is do this and keep your feet. Dude, he sat here, waited for him to go, and he cut him off, played the ball in the air, knocked it down in the end zone. The other play that I really liked, whoever's coaching him, you can tell he's well coached because there's a play where a guy does get around him a little bit, and he's running, and he does not look back. Can you see me? I don't.
Yeah, I see you.
He runs, and what do I always say? Eyes, right? The only time you look back for the ball is when you can touch that receiver.
Uh-huh.
He runs because, again, can you run faster like this or like this, right?
Straight ahead, yeah.
You're running, he's hauling ass, he touched him, then he looks back, makes a great play on the ball, physical tackler, good eyes, played the zone very well. He actually in the red zone playing cover 2 where, you're here and he opened up perfect.
Yeah.
Depth, good eyes, and I saw him communicating with
just like we were talking about earlier.
Safety and linebacker.
Yeah.
But again, I think that this kid is raw as hell. But again, he's got size, he's got speed, and I was impressed with his film. And then Kyrie Jackson.
Says Stu's pulling off the Soul Train move.
Kyrie Jackson holds the edge well. Good hips. Pause. Good technique against Colorado. Forgive me. Kyrie Jackson was the one against Colorado that ran and touched the receiver and then turned around. Okay. But you look at these guys compared to, your boy Mitchell. These guys don't make me nervous at all.
Hey, but see, these are two guys that you like. They're going to go later too. So Quinion's going to be he'll be an earlier option.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying these guys we take them in the second round or something, but these are good players that literally make a championship team.
Xavier Weaver was the top wide receiver out there with Colorado next to Travis Hunter. So he may have been talking about Xavier Weaver, but either way, they have they have a 1-2 punch out there in Colorado. So it is what it is.
I just want to look. So number 10, Colorado. Oh, and also, well, never mind. I don't want to say that right now.
But I love that though. I'm going to start doing some homework. But like you said, there's not too much tape on bro, right?
No, I looked down and there was about a 4-minute highlight, and he had a great interception against our all-star Penix again. Yeah. And I look at who guys are making plays against, right? Mm-hmm. One thing Chuck said, we talked about, is the senior. He said, absolutely, the Senior Bowl is a huge evaluation because you're
talent level.
Top 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let me I just want to look at this number 10. So number 10 would have been.
Salute to everybody here in the building, man. You guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Salute to everybody watching on Stu's channel, watching on my channel, watching on Twitter. We're about 1,700 people in the building, man. Salute to you guys for watching today. We appreciate you guys. As always, our brother Stu is breaking down some prospects to take a look at in this upcoming draft, which is right around the corner. And we're talking about needs at positions of need. Okay, so we talked about the linebacker position, we're talking about the corner position, and we also broke down the running back position. So at this point, we talked
information from the coach of the two Louisville kids.
Yes, if you guys just pop in, watch the show back, you'll get a lot of feedback on why Stu broke it down in terms of those specific players.
So that kid was LaHonte Wester. So whatever, but it was just very good technique and patience. And that's the hardest thing to teach is patience with DBs. Because again, you can run a 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, but if you're opening up and being too quick with stuff, dude, that's what the receivers want you to do. It's patience, staying square.
But just like Bourbon said, Stu, and this is another thing, right? Remember what did he say? What did Chuck Pagano say? He said the Senior Bowl matters. Quinion Mitchell was the best corner at the Senior Bowl.
Well, so that carries weight. Yeah.
So I mean, he had to go against the talent that he had to go against out there. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what it looks like at the next level. But he definitely did. He did kill the Senior Bowl, brother. He did.
He don't have a coach at
Toledo.
Yeah, maybe. He doesn't have anyone railing him in. You know what I'm saying? He's out there kind of just doing what he wants. So, again, I'm not.
No, I know you're not killing him. I know you haven't seen enough. You're like, it's not enough for me. I get it.
I know I've seen this guy before, and and nothing against Florida dudes. I love my Florida guys. But Florida DBs, bro, they're little, dude.
Cocky.
They are.
Yeah, got that swag.
And it's all good if you're taking calculated risks at the right moment, but if you're just
Hey, everybody's asking about the beanie. I got it at Raider Image a while ago. I just never really wore it, so I don't know if it's still available. But Raider Image, you guys. Grizz says Roe Terrence played both corner.
No one's asking about my tank top, bro.
Hug said you look swollen in it, bro. Pause. There you go. So, hey, he said that Roe played corner and safety in high school out there in Alabama.
Oh, well, yeah, with his size, I could see, and the way he tackles,
so a little more information.
What are you hearing about? What are draft for Kyrie? What are Kyrie Jackson? What are predictions on?
I'm hearing initially it was a lot of 3rd and 4th rounds, right? But I'm gonna be honest. There's a way if there's a run on corners, which I know there will be in the 1st round, somebody may take him in the 2nd round. They may take a flyer on him in the 2nd round. And Kyrie will probably end up translating at the next level. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing a lot of 3rd, 4th round.
Here's what you have to do is college. Again, I say this. The 1% of the 1%, I say 10% or maybe even 5% of the NFL makes 95% of the money, right? The 150 guys,
Yeah.
And within that 150, there's another small percentage that regardless of where they went, regardless of who their coach was, they're going to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell I was even talking about.
Yo, I kind of blacked out too, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo,
so forget. No, this is what.
Go ahead. Because I want y'all to get his assessment, because this is where it's just gonna get a little intense right here. The conversation is gonna shift a little bit. But go ahead, finish your thought.
No, so wait, hold on. I had it. Wait, hold on. So those guys, again, those guys are going to be good wherever they go. In college, it really is no prediction of how you're going to be as a pro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. And the draft, what the draft is a gift or a reward for how your college career was. Mm-hmm. It has no indication of how you're going to be as a pro.
Agreed.
Because how do you have a guy that's a number one pick that plays 1 year and is out, and you have a guy like Chris Carr who plays fucking 10, 12 years and is a UFAD walk-on?
Look at Max Crosby right now.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like it.
Yeah.
So what you look at is I look at mentality, toughness, and size at the next level.
Yeah.
Kind of what I like. This
Agreed.
Guy, this and just looks aren't everything, but this guy looks like a pro.
He looks the part.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get away from the draft. Well, we're still going to talk the draft, but this is what we were talking about, what we were hinting at while I was in Indiana, right? Stuart Schweiger, former Purdue great, former Raider, alum, played the game at the highest of levels. Why should the Raiders not draft Jayden Daniels, man?
Oh God. How long we been on here?
We're an hour and a half in. This is what the people wanted to hear when I was out there.
Okay.
But we were ripping and running. Okay. In your eyes, okay? And I know you have some pages of Bo Nix. I know you broke down some of JJ McCarthy and Jayden Daniels. I want to know why the Raiders should not trade up, give up all that draft capital to go get Jayden Daniels.
Now, again, I was thinking today, I was like, I need to go back to some of these shows that we've done and make some clips of some of the comments that I made that people were like, "You're
what the fuck?" Yeah.
That's, for whatever reason, coming true a little bit. But anyways, where am I at here? Okay. I was doing this for like 4 hours, dude.
Yeah.
I called you. I was like, no, do not. So I looked at Jayden Daniels, okay? And first of all, I made some, I was making, no, can't.
He said because he won't be available to be able to trade up for.
Wait, what is this? Hold on.
GA said, here we go. Stu switching notebooks and shit. It's about to get deadly.
So for instance, again, when I looked at the games that he was playing in and the games that he was putting up some stats, he was getting beat by some bad teams. Like, first of all, they opened up the season against number 8 FSU.
Yes.
We all know how that team turned out, right? And dude, it was 17-45 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was nasty work.
Yeah. So I mean, he had some
garbage time stats.
Like garbage time.
Yeah. And
I remember watching that Florida State game. It was when my nephew was in town. It was right before we were going to go to the Arkansas Raiders game. And they played down in Arkansas, but they in that bowl game against who did FSU play against in that bowl game?
I forgot because everybody was pissed that they didn't end up in the
Alabama.
No, it wasn't Alabama. Because remember they ended up not even making the playoffs. I forgot who they played against.
No. FSU did. No, they didn't. They didn't.
No.
They didn't.
And they were on the outside looking in.
Who'd they play?
Who'd they play? Somebody in the chat, let us know. Who did FSU play? Georgia. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Georgia just
dominate.
I couldn't believe how bad FSU was. I'm looking at I'm just looking at the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Jayden Daniels couldn't score more than 17 points against, and obviously the team back then, they didn't know they were bad, right? So, but still, again, competition, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm looking at when I'm watching these games, and that's one reason I've always liked JJ McCarthy, because he's making pro throws, pro reads.
What did I tell you that night when you put on the film? I said some of the most beautiful throws I've ever seen was what JJ did.
Dig routes, out routes, comebacks, fade, posts, slants. He's moving, running, crossing routes.
Those tight window throws. It was beautiful.
Oh, dude, right? Like he's passing concepts. I'm telling you guys, Jaden Daniels, and again, I'll go through these games, gets the ball 1-2 and just throws it.
Yeah.
That's it. That takes no skill. And he had some really, and it's the receiver getting off the line and getting around these dudes. They're wide open. And I played quarterback. I could throw those balls. I'm just telling you. Like, his receivers did really good, and he got some cleanup points. Now, next game. So they only scored in that.
Real quick though, too, Stuart, and I like what the chat is saying though. FSU did sit a lot of their starters, like a lot of them because of injuries and because of it being the last game. It technically really didn't matter. So Georgia sat some people, FSU sat some player as well. So it's kind of a tough.
Hold on, just so you don't think I knew that.
Oh, okay. Talk your shit. All right.
No, you don't think I knew that?
Oh, I don't know. The chat just said it.
Don't use it as an excuse. I'm just saying. I don't care. Who? I mean, they're still out there playing, dude. Like,
no, facts.
I don't.
You still got to go out there and play the game.
I'm looking at their backups shouldn't be that much worse than the starters. And Jaden Daniels had one touchdown after halftime against them. So
especially playing on those big name programs, they got a talent all across the board. That's facts. But go ahead.
All right. Sorry, I got to be an asshole a little bit.
Nah, it's all good. How many times have we told each other to both shut the fuck up on live? So it's all good.
No, I wasn't. I was talking to the chat, not you so much.
No, I know.
You're just giving the chat a voice. So, all right. So then the next game, they play Grambling. Come on. He threw 3 touchdowns, all fade routes to Brian Thompson, Chris Hilton Jr., and Lacey, which are all really freaking good receivers.
Brian Thomas is a first-round guy. He won't leave the second round.
Right now, off the line, and again, 1, 2, and throw. He's not having to move in the pocket, not like JJ McCarthy or the kid from USC or even FedEx. It is such a basic, like, I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. He just alone 13 touchdowns off of 1, 2, 3, and just threw it.
Yeah.
That's guys, that's not going to work, guys.
And there's a lot of talent.
At the end of the year, and look at this ball, but no one's guarding a receiver. You're playing Grambling. Now they play Mississippi State. Neighbors, fade, touchdown. Number 8, Neighbors, fade, touchdown. Number 8, no touchdown, but really good route. They did catch. Now the only other throw he can do, he do like this 20-yard dig route. He threw that 7 times.
Damn.
Literally, those 2 passes. Like, obviously, I know he can complete other balls.
Yeah.
He is so limited, guys. Limited. So, all right, here we go. So, fade. 20. Third quarter, here's what I have. Then in the third quarter, and you can watch this hit, please, against Mississippi State. Third quarter, 5 minutes, 48 seconds to go. And we talk about him being this mobile guy that we want this mobile quarterback that can run. Bro, the safety, Sean Preston from Missouri, Mississippi State, number 7, a junior, 6'2", 205, almost killed him.
Yeah, I know exactly what play you're talking about.
And I'm thinking, bro, that's a 6'2", 205 guy.
Yeah.
Imagine a 6'3".
Was this the play where he tried to escape and run for it and got absolutely obliterated? Was that the
obliterated?
Yeah.
And if you want that 6'4", 205-pound frame running around like that, and you want to give up draft picks for him and give him the keys to the franchise, that's a scary. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, so then, and then he's mobile, right? He has these rushing touchdowns. He's literally running these options on like the 2-yard line.
So a lot of them just came out from quick little options at goal line situations.
Yeah. I mean, is he running around? But it's not like he's making, like, he has some impressive runs. He's athletic. Don't get me wrong. But again, when you break it in, oh wow, third quarter, 3:27 to go against Mississippi State, fade to number 8, 3 fades in that game, to 3 touchdowns. You look at, holy shit, he had 3 touchdowns, 250 yards. That takes no skill.
And also potentially 2 first-round wide receivers in Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors.
And were they good fade routes? Yeah. But again, a lot of air underneath it.
I agree with that. That's one of the things that I seen in this game was a lot of air under the football.
The kid from USC's Williams, right?
Yeah, Caleb. Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams and JJ, they throw those things on a rope.
Yeah.
They throw them on a rope.
Agreed.
This stuff, that ain't gonna work in the NFL, man. Those DBs will make up that time all day long.
Yeah, agreed.
Again, guys, I'm telling you, when I broke down the quarterbacks, Bo Nix, and I'm gonna go through all this just so everyone knows I did and I compared him to Michael Vick, I compared him to Johnny Manziel, Jaden Daniels, but McCarthy, Williams, Bo Nix, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Penix, Bo Nix, probably Rattler, and then maybe Jaden Daniels.
Holy shit. Okay.
All right.
So real quick. GA, I got you. He said Stu and a Big Mike film study would be great before draft day. We got to get it. Salute to GA.
Yeah, as long as Big Mike's not stealing my couch.
Real ones know. Salute to Minshew or AOC is number 1 if quarterback not drafted till late. So Minshew or AOC is number 1 if QB's not drafted till late. No, I mean, Casey, we don't know yet. We don't know what avenue we're gonna go, but I mean, shit, you may be able to get a quarterback in the 3rd round or a 2nd round, specifically like a Spencer Rattler or a Penix that can be your guy in the future. I think right now those 2 guys are backups. I think that's right now. I think that's what a lot of people are assuming the Raiders are doing right now. Even though, like Hondo said, AOC's the guy until he's not, which he is. He is. But until we get a full-length competition, I can't name any of these guys the starter.
Cowtown has a good question.
Stu, you're about to be unceremoniously blocked.
Cowtown has a good question there.
Okay. Let me see. LU says Docs knows nothing. Yeah, I don't know anything about X's and O's, brother. I don't know nothing. I'm just here, man. I'm just here. Salute to you, bro. Salute to 10 Commandments, man. Hold on. Let me read this real quick, and I got you on Cowtown. Performance against NFL caliber talent speaks volumes about players' true talent. That's why I like Telesco. I like that Telesco values the Senior Bowl. There you go, 10 Commandments.
I mean, you guys, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff with Telesco. Yeah, no way. No. I called Doc, and when I actually sat, I didn't like him. Again, I'm not saying I don't like the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he won the Heisman. Okay, like he's a freak. He's a very good athletic player.
Yeah.
Do I think it will translate to the NFL? I do not. I just don't. And I don't like after every play, he had that stupid smile on his face. I just didn't like it.
You kept saying that the entire time we were watching this film.
You don't see Williams doing that. You don't see JJ doing that. Like, buddy, you're 40 years old. Relax, man.
Yo.
Here you go. So now they play Arkansas, which they lose 13-10 against Arkansas. And he did throw an out route in the first quarter at 5:24. He did throw an out route. That was pretty good. Like I said, he threw a little more. But number 8, Neighbors, great play. He threw a dig route to Brian Thompson. Thompson, touchdown. What route was it again, guys? What do you think?
Was it out?
Take a guess. What route do you think Thomas, number 11, caught from?
Was it another fade route?
Fade route.
Okay.
Fade route. And then, again, he makes a touchdown to Thomas again, but the cornerback just like fell over, and it was like
straight shot. Yeah, a gimme.
Oh, forgive me. No. Forgive me. No. Third quarter, Arkansas at 16-17. Neighbors, fourth quarter, 9:43 touchdown. What do you think Neighbors caught, guys?
Nice little fade route.
Bueller, fade route. They ended up doing, and he did. But at the end, 24-24, and then it ended up being 31-34. The running back made a great play at the end of that game to win it.
Okay.
Again, you look at it, you go, what a great game, and he had all these great numbers, but it's deceptive. It's deceptive. It
Okay.
really is deceptive. It really is deceptive. Then they
So,
play.
let me ask you this then. I know you're not that high on Jaden Daniels. You're not killing him. You're just talking about.
I'm not. It's not. Listen. I don't want anyone to think that. I'm just saying when you compare him to the other guys.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as successful at the next level.
Do you have him as a first round talent or a second round talent? Maybe even where do you have him like really at? And I'm talking about not just quarterbacks, but in terms of
it all depends on how fast quarterbacks go, right?
Yeah. Well, this is going to be probably 3 back-to-back, at least maybe 4 back-to-back. Well, Arizona's going to take Marvin Harrison Jr.
You never know, though. You just really don't know, right? Like all of a sudden, there's one quarterback taken in the first round, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like maybe this thing isn't rolling like it, Then they play Missouri, they're down, and again, I went into pretty big detail, but again, what it came down to, and again, if anyone against Missouri, they're down against Missouri, they're down 14-0 against Ole Miss. Again, fade to Lacey, fade to Thomas. The dig route to Neighbors, fade to Thomas. It's like, dude. But then against Missouri, Daniels did have a 15-yard run. Brian Thompson, let me think. In the third quarter, he threw a touchdown pass to Brian Thompson. What do you guys think it was?
Are you talking about Brian Thomas? A nice fade route.
Fade.
No. What do I tell you this? What if I say, because I know your answer, but the casual fan, right? If they say, well, Stu, it doesn't matter what he's throwing. They're successful. They're scoring touchdowns. What's your response to that?
Bro, and then he's playing against Army.
Yeah.
They played against Army, guys.
Yeah.
And Army was 2-4. Look at I wrote he had an 86-yard touchdown pass. Guess what it was?
Nice little fade route, right?
Look what I wrote underneath it. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. I wrote,
Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Now, again, early on, right? I said, I don't know if he's coming out. I said, J.J. McCarthy. LSU plays Alabama, who J.J. McCarthy, again, guys.
Hey, Stu goes to the barber shop and tells his barber anything but a fade. Anything but a fade. Taper me. Bro. Give me a nice little woo-wop in the front.
That's all Jaden Daniels should be wearing is that 1, 2, 3 fade, bro. No, but he plays against Alabama again. And this guy's getting smoked by these teams, man.
Only Stu would write Only Stu would write in his notes. That shit is hilarious.
That's just a joke for me as I'm reading it later to laugh at myself. Yeah. He plays Alabama, bro. 42-28. He was 15 of 24, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, one interception. He ran. Let's see. He did run a little bit, 11 times for 163 yards and 1 touchdown. But wait, what? Number 129. So then I compared him to Johnny Manziel. So okay. I'm thinking, Johnny Manziel again. This is just translating it to the NFL game.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. We all know how Johnny Manziel was unbelievable as a freshman. Plays number 1 Alabama.
And he was hung over too every game.
29-24, 92 yards rushing for a total of 345 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. And he was 24 of 31. It was 29-24 the score. And I look at what Jaden Daniels did against Alabama, and he got freaking hammered against them. Hey, Alabama was a better team back then. And I'm just going off of comparisons.
Real quick, Stu, I like this. WI says, why is everybody okay with drafting Penix? He says that him and AOC are the same quarterbacks. Both have great arms. Both can't run. Both are smart. And one has a lot more experience. So what do you think there's something there in comparable with AOC and Michael Penix Jr.'s game?
Because here, I'll be honest with you, because Aiden O'Connell, he's not the shiny red Corvette that everyone's all freaking pumped up about, right? He's that guy. Again, back when Tom Brady was coming out, there was nothing flashy about Tom Brady. No one knew who the hell he was, right?
Nope.
And I've been talking about what I said, I'm going to tell you this, that Aiden O'Connell, I'm telling you, will be prepared every game.
Mm-hmm.
He will go out there and compete, and he's freaking accurate.
Yeah.
And I love some of the things that Honda was saying about, he had a coach sitting there telling him, stay in the pocket, 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 stay in the pocket. And he's going over, look at what he did as a rookie, And here's the funny thing I thought. Honda was saying, we went in there into Kansas City and embarrassed them, brutally beat them, and everyone's cheering. And I remember when I bring up the fact that we won and Aiden O'Connell won. Well, they didn't score no touchdowns, and they didn't do this, and he didn't have this, and he only completed one pass. I'm like, guys, like the starting quarterback as a rookie goes into Kansas City
and wins.
The last team to beat this 2-time Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Like, and you guys are going to hate on the kid. Like, it's unbelievable to me. So I don't know. The only thing I can think of is he's not the new toy on the shelf. And I'm just telling you, man, it's just how it is. He's just that white dude from Illinois that was a walk-on. And we want these mobile guys that can run around that aren't going to be able to do it in the NFL. Michael Vick was the best. Yeah. No one is better than Michael Vick on running and throwing. And it's hard. And again,
this is the thing that people tend to forget, right? Yeah, Aiden went into KC, had 62 yards in the air. He was 9 for 21.
Defense won the game.
But not even just that. The run game was going. I mean, Zamir had 145 yards on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's no real reason to put Aiden out there and have him force the football.
The quarterback runs the offense.
Yeah.
He picks the plays. He shifts the offensive line. He picks out who the blitzers are. He makes adjustments. He switches passing protection. He calls audibles. He knows when to go fast, when to not. He manages that game. So just because he didn't do anything to lose the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and again, I'm not going to get on I loved how Hondo kind of got on my soapbox of Aiden O'Connell, right?
Yeah.
And again, besides Aiden O'Connell, but that's a good question. I don't understand it at times either, but I don't understand why some players get all the hype and other players, they just.
I think personally, and I'm going to be real with you, I think Michael Penix is a better pure passer. I do.
No, absolutely.
I think so, bro. I think
so. Passing percentage. You can't compare that. That's how you know how someone is passing is by their passing percentage.
You know what? We're going to do this then, Stu. We're going to do a show where we break down the versus Michael Penix versus Aiden O'Connell. Let's do that. That'd be fun.
I like Penix. I liked him when he was at Indiana.
I know.
But again, what was Hondo's biggest thing first thing he said when he brought up Penix? What did he say?
What did he bring up the injuries? Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been injured, Well,
he hasn't been hurt in 2 years.
He got beat up in the national championship. Let's not act as though he didn't get. He was playing through his injury, but he was hurt.
And everyone's talking about the mobility. He was 0 for 8 at one point when he was outside the pocket running. No way, no. But again, I just want people to realize the amount of pressure that you're going to put on a first-year quarterback, and the amount of money, and the amount of just with everybody in the organization putting all this money in their future on a kid that has never done anything in the NFL. I just don't know why you would take a chance.
Well, I thought he would be better anyway with Luke Getsy, a guy that's already been an offensive coordinator in the league. We had a guy, Bo Hardigree, that was calling our offense that's never called an O before. You know what I mean? So not only is he a rookie, but he's having a guy that's never call plays in the NFL. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for him to do what he did last year, with a first year guy and Bo Hardigree calling the plays. Now you bring in a guy like Luke Getsy, which I'm not saying is a great offensive coordinator by any stretch, but a guy that's done it. You know what I mean, at the NFL level before.
I just want people to realize. Did you hear what Hondo said about what the locker room thinks about Aiden?
Yes. Oh, they love him.
Yeah. Understand me. That right there goes a long, long way because, and again, I go back to Aiden. You have, again, Devontae Adams, the face, him and Max, the face of this team, and he's pouting and not doing interviews. And Aiden, who just lost the game, literally throws an interception to lose against San Diego, sitting there next to the freaking head coach, throwing him under the bus. And what's he do? He stands up there, takes his beatings, and says, I'm going to get better. Yeah. Like that right there, guys, like that alone is a guy that you'll fight for.
Yeah.
You'll fight for that dude.
10 Commandments. I just said the same thing, bro. Great minds, bro. Like real talking, inexperienced OC. And I'm not here to say I'm not as high on Aiden as Stu is. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Again, that's fine. I understand it. I get it. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of this. That's the thing there that and it's no offense against fans. There's a lot of things that go into making a player great that unfortunately you just don't get a chance to see, right? You don't get a chance to see what makes somebody great or why this guy's so respected and why this guy never makes it.
Yeah.
He's the greatest athlete ever, but no one likes the fucking guy. And he doesn't work and he bitches and like he doesn't lay it out there. He's not a team guy. Out there, man, you gotta be in. Go back to the Raider way. Dude, the Raider way is, dude, we go into and that's the thing that Hondo said. And you've heard me say this a ton. He said the Raider way is, you know what? You might not beat us, but
you're gonna feel it.
And he said that verbatim, right? And that's the Raider way.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mike Lombardi's talking about, watching film and stuff, whatever the fuck he's talking about.
Salute to real quick. Most college offenses run spread offense and throw the ball deep. CJ Stroud threw a ton of fade route TDs. JJ has never been asked to be the guy. He had 2 or 3 300-plus yard games. JD also beat Bama in 2022 with a lot less talent. So there you have it, Rube.
JJ has never been asked to be the guy. JJ McCarthy?
That's what he's saying.
How Ruben?
I think Ruben's alluding to him having a strong run game and relying heavily on the defense. I think that's kind of where he's going in terms of they had a great run game and he didn't have to throw the ball a shit ton like a lot of these other guys at the collegiate level.
Guys.
And if he did, it was short, intermediate passes.
Guys. He lost one game as a starter.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, the best quarterback ever, the greatest, stamped his approval on JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Like, how can you argue? Watch the film, guys. He won a national championship. He's beating the Big Ten. I don't give a fuck. The Big Ten beat the shit out of the AC or the SEC. I don't give a shit. That's a tough ass conference, and I'm not just saying it because I'm from there. He played against some bad motherfuckers.
Hey, real quick, you guys. We got about.
I can't say that about Jaden. I cannot.
Shout out to my brother, DJ Mike Scott, my dog. He says JJ's that dude. Just watch and see.
I've been saying it for 3 years.
You have been. You definitely have been. So look, hey, real quick, Stu. Let's save some of our notes. We're coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Let's do 10 more minutes, but I want to get the chat in. Let's get some questions.
Yeah.
Some questions in the chat, and we'll wrap it up tonight.
I do want to say this though. I like all of the quarterbacks. I do. I they're phenomenal athletes. We went to the combine, dude.
Yes.
I talked to Chuck Pagano. These kids nowadays, dude, they're unbelievable. They are unbelievable. Their size, their build, their speed. I mean, they are now. Can they hit anybody? Can they, whatever? I don't know about that, but these guys are like, I don't know how you pick. They're all good. You know what I'm saying? So I am not downplaying anybody, especially a guy that won the Heisman, man. I don't give a fuck. You like,
yeah, that's not an easy thing to do.
That's your dream growing up, to stand up there and win the Heisman, right? I mean, that's the next to winning, I guess, a Super Bowl. But I think probably the Heisman is probably even bigger than winning a Super Bowl. Really, I mean, it's You're the greatest. So I don't want people to think I'm being hard, but I'm just saying when you talk, like you got it. These are the questions and the thing that these coaches, it's a huge decision, guys. There is a lot. Like, yeah, we
at
can.
Stake. There's a lot at stake. People lose their jobs.
I mean, people's lives are at. This is a huge decision, and like when you look at all that and going, I'm not like you better be freaking sure that this is the guy that's gonna. And again, how many guys have been drafted in that first round, quarterbacks that come in and save the organization? When you look at the years of the NFL, it's a small percentage of a small percentage of a small percentage.
Mm-hmm.
But we hear about those guys, right? So when you hear about it, you think it happens more. But no, there's not a lot of guys that do that.
Yeah.
It's not. And what CJ Stroud did last year was unbelievable.
Insane.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Once in 30 years or 40 years, someone can go and do and be that guy, and everything worked out. It just everything came together.
Yeah.
That's like catching lightning in a bottle, man. Like
I'm gonna be real. At first, I was not a huge component to go out and get JJ McCarthy. Watching him at the combine, watching more of his tape, watching more.
I'm not saying we get JJ McCarthy.
No. I know. But I'm just saying specifically, I have other guys targeted over him.
Yeah.
But if that's how the cards play out, I'm not against bringing in JJ and having him compete with Minshew and AOC. I'm cool with that.
I guess all I'm doing is just like take this in a vacuum, and I'm just looking at those quarterbacks and ranking them. I'm not saying I want a guy or he fits here or whatever. I'm just looking at quarterbacks and who I think at the next level is going to be successful out of those guys. Now, is this guy's success, better than this guy? It doesn't mean he's a Tom Brady. I'm just saying he's got a better chance to make it than these other guys. Will he make it? None of them might not make it. I don't know. But if I'm going to sit there and go, my what do you call it? Depends on it. My livelihood depends on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit and really pick at these numbers and go look at everything to make sure that, dude, this is the guy. Not, he won the Heisman, so he must be good. Like, no, like the Heisman is it's hype, it's promotions, it's having games on national TV. It's having your school push for you and literally those schools paying the announcers to highlight this guy more and pump him up more. And like, this guy's, how come I never heard about this guy? He's just as good. Well, he's at a smaller school. He didn't play on, game day. He didn't get a chance to go into the national championship game. He wasn't in the playoffs. He didn't play in a conference championship. His team wasn't very good. Well, he gets lost.
Yeah. Salute to Bobby. I would have Richardson, me personally, ranked 5th or 6th in this quarterback class if Anthony Richardson came out this year. I still like Caleb over him. I like Jaden over him. I like Drake May over him. I have Michael Penix over him. And I would probably take JJ right there in that range. I think he's still in that range. I would take all those guys over Anthony Richardson.
Look at how big is Richardson. He's a big boy.
He's a big dude.
And what happened with him this year?
Shoulder injury, out for the season.
Trying to run around. You ain't a running back. This ain't college. You ain't playing against redshirt freshmen from Montana.
And our guy came in, Gardner Minshew, and led him to the playoffs. So
he's a football player. He's always been. I liked him at Washington State. He does remind a lot. He is a lot like Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, he has that build too. Anthony Richardson has that build that's 6'4", like a JJ, like that 6, but it's just not the same game. You know what I mean?
Well, I think he's got to be bigger than JJ, isn't he?
He's 6'4". He's about an inch taller.
Bigger, isn't he?
Oh no. Yeah. In terms of build, he's bigger than him, most definitely.
Maybe or something or.
Yeah, but wait, JJ's 6'4", right? 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in that range.
I think he's 6'4", but he's about 210. So he's 215.
Okay.
No, he's about 215.
So they have Anthony Richardson at 244. Bro, fuck's built like a fucking fullback.
What's that?
He's 244. He's built like Anthony Richardson's built like a fucking fullback.
He's a little more like a Cam Newton, a little bit.
Let me see. JJ is. Let me look at his complete measurables right here.
That was Jim Herrick.
Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building also.
What was his combine?
He's 6'3", 202. So yeah, their build is totally off, but the height factor is there.
202. And again, watch the film. a lot of his passes, he's running around, man. Him and Williams, Caleb Williams, man. Those dudes make plays happen. They do. They're both really, 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 really good.
Fact.
I think.
Hey, Ant, you got to relax. Let me tell you something, man. You know, it's no disrespect because I know you didn't say anything out of line, but the one thing you have to understand is, man, when somebody's played at the highest level, you know what I mean? You have to.
What did he say?
He just says basically sometimes Stu talks too much. At the end of the day, if Stu's in his bag and we're having a conversation about the specifics of what's going on right now, let Stu talk his shit. He's been there. He's done that. He's went to the combine. He's the only guy.
Let me ask him. Did he think that Hondo talked too much?
Oh, he probably did. He probably thought that too. So yeah, but I'm gonna say this: there's 2,000 people in the building right now. There's only one person that actually had a combine, actually, played in a bowl game, actually played at the NFL level. So you got to relax. Just relax. Salute to Rube. Also, the thing that trips me out with JJ is that he throws better outside the pocket. Ooh,
I could probably agree on that.
I don't know if it's something I like or not. I think he could be a great quarterback. His deep ball touch scares me. I'd select him round 2, but he won't be there.
I agree with all that.
Salute to Rube on a haymaker. Yeah, I may have to agree with you too because some of those throws, Rube, that I'm talking about were outside of the pocket. Facts.
Like someone said, Hondo didn't talk enough, and I talked too much. Sorry.
No, it wasn't the same person. So
sorry, my bad.
Nah, man. Hey, bro, let me tell you something right now, man. This is one of Stu's best shows. Stu talking shit. Facts.
No,
Facts.
Someone said I look like Hayden something. I wanted to see who that.
Oh, Hayden Hurst.
A wrestler or something.
I know, tight end in the NFL, bro. That's hilarious, though. Look up Hayden Hurst, bro. That is funny, man. Real quick, you guys, we are now officially at the 2-hour range.
I'll take that. He's a good-looking guy.
Hey, Stu, when are you gonna be free again?
Yeah, because they're actually because there is some stuff about Bo Nix and about Drake May that I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, save some of it. No reason to throw it all out there in one show. You know what I mean?
Like I said, all I'm saying is go. I challenge you guys is go and at least watch these guys and then get your opinion. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Docs. Don't listen to Hondo or Wasted or the guy down there in Indianapolis, the punter. What's his name?
Oh, Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Go and just take a look and just compare the guys and see who you like more.
Yeah.
Again, I had an opinion, but then when I sat down and watched, it did change. It did change with some guys. I like just watching and seeing and comparing and seeing how they were making these yards and what the touchdowns were and the plays they were making compared to how another guy was.
Yeah.
So
no, that was, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a great breakdown of the 2 young pups out of Louisville. Great breakdown on Kyrie Jackson.
I'm really pumped about what he said about that running back, dude.
Yeah, definitely. And we were already talking about potentially taking one of those guys. So I like that he mentioned that. And he absolutely killed the combine as well. You broke down Kyrie Jackson phenomenally. You actually broke down a new name that we got some homework, you guys.
Oh,
Bo, bro, like dog. Like I had no clue.
Torrance.
Yeah, Torrance. So there you have it. And then we talked about Tyrone Tracy Jr. out of Purdue. Yep. And then what was the linebacker we spoke about? We talked about the young pup out of Michigan as well, right? The young linebacker,
Michael Barrett.
There you go.
His film is pretty impressive, dude.
Yeah, man.
His ability, to form tackle in space against receivers and running backs and stuff, dude. And again, he's physical, dude. I mean, again, him to peel back. Oh, the running back from Wisconsin. You didn't say him?
Braylon Allen. Oh man, but look, we've talked about him so damn much.
Carson Steele, baby.
Oh yeah, Carson Steele out of UCLA. There you go. The next great white boy running back. Real quick, man. Salute to everybody, whether you're watching on.
I want to say this. I'm very happy with Minshew. I like him. He's a winner. He's a competitor.
Yeah.
I think he everywhere he goes, I think his teammates love him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think he's a great addition. I mean, he beat us.
Yeah. And also we brought in the best defensive tackle in the market, probably the best free agent with Christian Wilkins, a guy that is probably one of the best run stuffers at defensive tackle and had 9.5 sacks last year. So he can get after the quarterback. He can do it all. Like we have with him next to Max now, Stu, with Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree kind of on the edge, bro. It's just nasty work over here now in terms of the defensive line. We're going to absolutely destroy opposing quarterbacks. In the
middle, and then you got what's his name on the corners back position over there, and
bro, we're in for a ride this upcoming season. On the way out,
like I said, sorry, we have what we need in this building right now. We just
filling some holes, and we're good to go.
It's fine with Jacobs going. To be honest,
me too.
I like the fact that they're like, hey, listen, this is what we think you're worth. Go ahead, and that's always the funny thing though. Is I always, I'm a Raider and I'm this and I'm that, and then as soon as it's just whoever pays you the most, man. You don't give a fuck.
It's a business.
I mean, like, it's just
man. At the end of the day, man, I'm gonna be real. And I love Josh Jacobs. He's once a Raider, always a Raider. He represented us very well. The thing was, man, I got so tired of those 2 yards per carry, and what I mean, like there was too many of those. Like remember, I mean, when me and you wasted and Hammer do the shows like during the games, it's like, well, there goes Josh with another 2.5 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards. Like I want to get a lot more dynamic at the run. I'm gonna get younger at the running back position. You know what I'm saying?
What Hondo say, right? He came in out of shape.
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't the same guy.
Yeah.
Every running back that holds out, bro, it doesn't seem after that, it just kind of
downhill. Yeah.
It's a tough position, man. It's a super tough position.
Apparently, you guys, Philadelphia reached out to Chicago to see about Justin Fields being a backup for Jalen Hurts. Chicago wasn't interested. So it looks like Chicago may hold on to Justin Fields at number 1. They may not move out of that number 1 spot. So that's something.
I just zoned out there. What'd you say?
It looks as though maybe
I was back in Oakland there for a minute. Oof.
Maybe Chicago may stick around with Justin Fields. They may not go Caleb Williams at 1. They may keep Justin and take a Marvin Harrison, or they may take the next best player available at 1, or trade out somewhere in the top 10. They have 2 picks in the top 10, 9 and 1. But it looks as though they may hold on to Justin Fields here, man.
I think you keep him. I like Justin Fields. I think you get him, you develop him a little bit more, and you get a guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. around him, man. I mean, that could be.
Oh man, nasty. And they just traded for. Did you see they just traded for Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen for the Chargers, and now it's Chicago Bear.
Oh, really?
Yep, they just took them all right now. Took that contract on. Chicago gave up a 4th-round pick for him.
That's always crazy to me. How older player that 5th round.
Yeah, I know, right? So he's 31 years old. You know what I'm saying? He has dealt with some injuries, but last year he put up over another 1,300 yards in the air. I mean, he's still very productive when healthy. So
a guy that produces in the NFL, you're going to trade for a 4th-round pick that may not even make the team.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Salute the Rube. Thanks, Stu, for the knowledge. I watch a lot of football and film. The ASU corner is someone I have to go watch. Let me put you up on George Halani. George Halani, this is Rube's guy. He keeps talking about him. Running back out of Boise State. Boise State.
Huh?
Keep an eye on him.
H-E-L.
George Halani. H-O-L-A-N-I.
H-O-L-A-N-I. Halani.
Hey, real quick, this is going to be the last one before we get out of here, y'all. Wolf says, for Stu, you played with arguably our last shutdown corner in Nnamdi. Do you think
I played with Woodson? Like, I mean,
yeah, there you have it. Do you think there's another shutdown corner in the draft that we can acquire?
I think these 2 guys.
You think Kyrie could be the guy? You think that
you look at them, they're both over 6'3".
Yeah.
Like Nnamdi was all of 6'3". And again, just and I like I said, I was looking at those combine things. Nnamdi, which is crazy, ran a 4.50 at the combine.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So again, Nnamdi was one of the most athletic guys and intelligent guys. These guys, I guess what I did is I looked at Nnamdi and I went and found guys that had similar. That's how I picked these 2 guys. Was I looked at their size, their speed, and then I watched their film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Because there are other guys that it's just, I'm like, I gotta have a thing. And I think those guys with the way that again the patience and them zoning off, and then again just being wide. It's tough
Yeah.
to get around those guys, man.
Yeah.
It bugs receivers, dude. It does. And both of them, I thought, played the ball really well in the air, which the guy from Toledo, I thought he had issues with. So
Quinyon Mitchell. Salute to everybody here in the building. Me and Stu will be back soon. If anything, man, we should try and put something together. If not this weekend, man, next week. Let's get back to it.
We can do something,
We'll break down some more free agency pickups because by that time we'll have a few more guys on our roster. But once again, you guys, I know there's like almost 2,000 people in the building.
I slapped that. I mean, I was like slapping that together in about 30 minutes.
Well, bro, I'm gonna give you a few guys we'll talk behind the scenes. Salute to everybody, whether you're watching on Stu's channel, my channel, Twitter. Make sure you guys hit them thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button on both channels. Go over to Stuart Schweiger's channel, hit that subscribe button. There's no reason why our brother should not have at least 10,000 subscribers over there, man. So pull up over there, hit that subscribe button. But you want to say anything else on the way out, brother?
I want to, with the holiday season's coming up, if people are traveling, be safe out there. I think this is a really good time for the Raiders, Yeah. I think it's really since I've been with the Raiders where the nation is pretty, pretty together on something.
We're kind of united the most right now.
Not this camp and this camp and this camp. Everyone's, obviously we're not all going to agree, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, all I challenge people is go out. Don't take our opinions. Go out and formulate your own opinion. And at least that way, if someone says, well, why do you think that? You can go, well, I watched film and I saw this and this is what I liked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But just because, or this guy said something, don't do that. Go and.
I love it. Form your own opinion.
Yeah.
Salute to everybody, man. Love you, bro. I'm gonna call you in a minute.
Yeah. And I just want to say thanks for all the people in the chat. It's awesome, man. Happy Friday. And and like I said, this is good. This is good times. This is good times for us. So let's. It's coming. I feel like it's coming.
Yeah. We're on our way. Salute to everybody in the building, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are outro 1.
That's what I'm talking about.